Well, I'm down here with my cousin Dale. He's got a permission on this place here to look at an old church. But before we go to the church, I'll just show you how the church ended up where it is, and probably why it's not there anymore. But that's the old original bridge pylons. You used to come across the creek here. On the eastern side of the existing bridge? Yeah, well, the existing bridge is over there. The new one was built. So they've got rid of this old one, but because the road used to come across here, and you can see here where it's built up, and the road runs around towards the church. Now, it comes up here, you can see where it's sort of, you can see here where the road's been built up, because this area floods pretty well. I don't know whether the road would have been out of flood being built up like this, probably not, no, in this area. But the road used to come around the corner here. And you can see over there near the cars, what's left of the old church. So, and then the road used to come down past here, past the old jacaranda tree here, and yeah, and then it go down the road there, and you can see the yellow building across the street over there. That used to be the old pub, and the road used to go right in front of it, as pretty well on the veranda, because the bitumen's still there from the road. But this is the old church site. I'd say the front of the church used to be facing me. All the cars, horse and sulkies and all sorts of things would have parked out the front here. So we're going to give it a good go. Dale's got the permission here to come in here and have a look. As far as we're aware, and the owner of the property is aware, it's never been detected before. So we may find a couple little trinkets. Being a church, I love hunting around the churches. It's amazing what you can find around the churches amongst the rubbish. But as you can see, she's been knocked down. The farmer's piled as much as he can up in a heap. There'll be a fair bit of rubbish here. Looks like the floor might have been up a bit. Probably, I'd say the floor would have been up on top of this. So that would have given it a bit of height from the floods.
It would have, yeah, it'd be close to being out.
Yeah, so I'd say that's what that is. Anyway, we'll get in here, we'll do a bit of a hunt out the front here, in between from the trees up to back here, and then we'll have a bit of a look around. So we'll get into it, get set up, and see what we can find. Well, I've got some friends, they've come here to say good day. Now they're going over they'll probably tongue lick our cars all over the place. That's what happens when you're in the paddocks. Anyway, I started walking from about here, got to here, got a 69-70 signal. So I'll see what I've got. It's still down in the hole, so we'll see. I'll dig it out and find it. Well, there we go. Our first find for the site is a big lump of lead. Throw them in the bucket. Well, you wouldn't read about this in a book of birds. Where I've got the detector there, I had a signal earlier. I dug it up and lost the signal. So then I put the plug back in, and as I always do, I go over it, and I had nothing. So I just happened to swing over this little bit of dirt that fell off. Right, so I thought that's interesting. So I turned over the little bit of dirt that fell off, and we've got our first coin for the site, and it turns out to be a threepence silver with the life history dating back to, looks like I might have had a bit of a nudge, 1925. So how's that, eh? That is unbelievable. how that happened. 1925 threepence, first coin for the site. Had a little bit of rubbish, as you can see by that, but that's looking promising. You little ripper. Look at that. On that little clod of dirt, after putting the clod back, found nothing, then turned that over and there it is. You little pisser. I love it. Just love it. Well, I'm still heading towards the jacaranda tree, just after I got that threepence, so just back over there. And first relic of the old church. Looks like an old lock off a cupboard or something, doesn't it? There's the slide. So I'd say that's what it is. It's an old lock. That's a bit of a relic from the old past. Alright. That lock I found just a moment ago. Now I found the other half at the other side now. Very interesting. It must have been just thrown out here on the ground somehow. Alright, keep going. There's a good sound. I don't think it'll be much though, because it's only down 2 inches, so that's probably rubbish. Probably got a little bit excited. Hearing a good sound for a change. There it is, I think it's a can. Yep. The old can. Fools you every time. Only can. Drink can. I'll just come over there a little bit. This looks like the old footpath here, I'd say. As you can see, heading down towards the church, and beside the footpath here I just found this little relic. I don't know what it is. Bit of brass out of the church. I don't know. First I thought it might have been a hammer out of a gun, but no, I don't think it is that. But anyway, that's a little bit of a relic from the gone by years. Very good. Well, we've been here for a few hours. We've been all around the front of the church there. We even come around the back here. And heaps of rubbish. Literally heaps of rubbish. But I'd say she's been hit before. You can see the rubbish I got in there. And the only thing worthwhile bragging about is a brass latch thing, a threepence, and what's this? Oh, just a bit of brass stuff, but the threepence is the only thing worth bragging about. 1925 threepence. But yeah, we figured it must have been hit before. The old mate who owns the place said that someone had been here years and years ago. Alright, that's the way it goes. Signing out.